TikTok is in trouble. Why? An FCC chief has asked Apple and Google to remove the app from their stores. The FCC stands for the Federal Communications Commission. It is a government agency that regulates communications across the United States. So this is what Brendan Carr had to say. TikTok is not just another video app. That is the sheep's clothing. It harvests sensitive data that new reports show is being accessed in Beijing. So why has the FCC suddenly said this? There are several data privacy concerns around TikTok. And a recent report by BuzzFeed News shed more light on its practices. Leaked audio from 80 internal TikTok meetings indicated just one thing. US user data has been repeatedly accessed from China. According to TikTok staff, everything is seen in China. A director even referred to one Beijing-based engineer as a master admin, quote unquote. So who is this master admin? He is supposed to be the one who has access to everything, basically all the data on TikTok. TikTok has faced years of criticism for potentially exposing the data of US users to China. Beijing is where TikTok's parent company ByteDance is based. Soon after the report, TikTok quickly went on the defense. It announced that it is moving all US users' data to Oracle servers situated in the country. It specified that the company still uses its own US and Singapore-based servers for backup. But in the future, it expects to delete US users' private data. TikTok has been in trouble for quite some time now. In June 2020, India became the first country to ban TikTok after the Galwan clashes. India shut China's biggest internet export, TikTok, almost overnight. Until India banned the app, it was taking on its way to success. It was creating new social media stars and challenging the domination of the Silicon Valley. But all that is history. With India's ban, the fortunes of TikTok have turned for the worse. The United States opened a probe into TikTok, followed by Australia and Japan, that are mulling similar measures. Meanwhile, users are uninstalling these apps. Both Trump and Biden have raised questions over the app's practices. And since then, TikTok has done a lot to keep the platform running. They have put distance between the app and the Communist Party, hired foreign executives, paid influencers to promote the platform, and hired an army of lobbyists. But after even that, it looks like time is up for TikTok in America. And with us on the broadcast is Sultan Meghji from New York. He is the former Chief Innovation Officer at the Federal Deposit Insurance Corp. Thanks very much for being here with us. What do you make of these latest concerns regarding data privacy on TikTok? These reports suggesting that the data has been accessed in Beijing.
Well, thank you for having me. And let me just say, I think this is possibly one of the last nails in the coffin for TikTok. They have had years to try to resolve these apparent issues where they're acting almost as an intelligence asset of the Chinese Communist Party here in the United States, and they don't seem to have done anything about it. In fact, if anything, the reporting indicates that the data harvesting has gone up, not gone down. The movement of data is kind of closing the barn door after the horses have gone. I'm not convinced that this is something that the people at TikTok are going to be able to get out of. Now, the FCC commissioner, just having one of them call on Google and Apple to remove it is just fine, but that doesn't necessarily carry the force of law. What it does do is raise this back up to the highest level of discussion. So I don't expect this story to end soon, certainly.
What do you make of the defense that TikTok has come forward with ever since this controversy struck?
They have not done a very good job of managing this at all, whether from a technical perspective or from a political perspective. And certainly they've almost, I would say, couldn't have done it worse if they tried. The fact is TikTok has been in a terrible position for years now, and really hasn't done enough, frankly, to solve this if they want to continue to have the U.S. as a market. I think one of the things that they're terrified about is that the U.S. will follow India's suit and ban it entirely, and having an FCC commissioner make a case, as he's just done, would really start that process.
There are users who have been uninstalling the app. There are still many who still continue to use it. What would your advice be to them?
Well, I think any app where the primary data and ownership goes to the Chinese Communist Party, which TikTok absolutely does, should probably uninstall it. The challenge, especially here in the United States, is that the vast majority of TikTok users are younger. They're people who have significant revenue streams coming off of it as influencers, and it's a challenge. And there really isn't anything to take over for TikTok. In a lot of ways, people were using the meta-based platforms of WhatsApp and Instagram and Facebook, and then they've moved to TikTok. And now there really isn't anything past TikTok. So hopefully the market will create something that people can get excited about, but that has a better sense of privacy and data management, and certainly doesn't have all of the back doors that TikTok currently has into the Chinese intelligence apparatus.
Sultan Meghji, appreciate very much for joining us on the broadcast.
Thank you.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.